Hello everyone, welcome to Infosys Coding Round Training, Day 1. So from today onwards, I would like to train the students who are going to write exam on 18th January, Infosys exam. So for them, I would like to help them in clearing the coding round. Okay, so today we'll start with Day 1 training. Am I audible? Is everything okay? Just thumbs up in chat. Audio clear? Is my audio clear? So thank you, Venkat Sai. Thank you. Screen also is it? Are you comfortable with screen? Screen okay? So we'll wait just 2-3 minutes. Okay. So then we'll start. Yeah, welcome Lakshman. Yeah, what video? Lakshman, you said what video? Which video? I just shared my welcome screen. Okay. So I'll show you the previous Infosys problems. Okay. Then I'll guide you how to solve those kind of problems. Okay, so we'll discuss very clearly more in detail about each problem, and I'll give you some tips how to pass all the test cases. Okay, so just say hi, everyone. Type hi in the chat. Yeah, Venkat and Venkat Sai and others. So when is your exam? Infosys exam? Is it on 18th January? Type your exam date in the chat. Okay. So you please check because uh, for some of the students, mails already posted. Okay. So 18th January, many students got mail. Yeah, Mahesh, you also have exam on 18th, or have you finished on 4th January? Okay. So today, exclusively, we will try to solve the questions which were asked on 4th January 2026, very recently. Okay, so which language are you comfortable? Python or Java? Because many students they wanted the solutions for previous Infosys questions in Python. Okay, so I'll guide you how to write Python code because Python code will be very concise, small compared to other languages. Yeah, Python. Okay. Okay, so if it's Java and in C++, if it is some 50 lines, then in Python it would be just 15 to 20 lines. Okay, so I also prefer uh, appearing these kind of examinations using the Python language. Pretty simple Python. Okay, shall we start? Just give thumbs up. Okay, right. Okay, so we'll start with previous Infosys problems. Yeah, so the updated exam pattern for SP and DSE roles. Okay, so the total number of questions will be four questions, and you need to solve any three. Even on 4th January. Okay, so students got these kind of questions. Okay, so if you solve any three, it's okay, and the duration is 3 hours. So in 3 hours, you need to solve any three questions. Okay, and the difficulty levels will be like easy level, medium, hard, and complex levels. Okay, so in easy level, generally questions will be on arrays and strings. Then in medium level, most of the questions will be based on the trees, recursion, and greedy algorithms. And in hard level, obviously it is DP problems, dynamic programming problems. Okay, and in complex type, problems will be related to graphs. Okay, so that's why you have ample time. Okay, so since 18th Jan is your exam date. Okay, so you have ample time. So you need to uh, prepare these topics, especially dynamic programming and greedy algorithms and trees. Okay, so one question on trees. Okay, related to greedy algorithms and at easy level, question will be on arrays, and there will be one problem on dynamic programming. Got? So if you want to qualify for the interview, okay, so what you need to do? Okay, so if you solve any one question, at least one question, if you solve with all test cases passed, okay, so then you will get interview call for DSE role, which is of 7 LPA. That means 6.25 plus 75 K bonus. Okay, so that means you should aim at solving one question completely with all test cases passed. Okay, so you have 3 hours of time. Okay, so in these 3 hours of time, if you solve one question completely, then there is a chance to get interview call for this DSC role. Okay, then if you solve one and a half question or one question from medium hard level. Okay, so then you will get interview call for a SP L1 role, and the package is 11 LPA. Okay. So in this, no need to uh, pass all the test cases. Okay, so even if you pass 80% of your test cases are passed. Okay, so still you have chances to get an interview call for SP L1 role. Okay, and but the problem should be of a level from medium or a hard level. Okay, then if you solve any two questions or one and a half question from medium hard level. Okay, so then with all test cases. Okay, so all are again 75 to 80% test cases. Okay, so then all the 75% test cases are passed. Okay, then still you have a chance to get interview call for SPL2 role, 16 LPA. Then if you solve any three questions or two and a half questions from a medium, hard, or complex level, okay, then you will get interview call for L3 role, SP L3 role. Then the package is 21 LPA. Okay, so which role you want to crack in the examination? Okay, so it depends on the number of questions that you solve during the examination. Okay, so how many questions you solve? Depending on that, you are going to get call for a DSC role or SPL1 role or SPL2 role or SPL3 role. So if you prepare for a SPL3 role, okay, so then you will end up with L1 or L2 role. But if you aim at L1 role and then you end up with the DSC role. Okay, so that's why prepare hard and aim at uh, cracking this L3 role. Okay, so then definitely you have fair chances of getting L1, L2 role. Okay, any doubts in this for you? You have any doubts in this? Have you seen uh, Infosys notification? Okay, right. So first, let me guide you with one problem. Okay, so where you need to focus, how to focus on passing the test cases, where generally we'll make mistake during coding. Okay, so why all of our test cases are not getting through? Okay, so why they are not satisfied test cases? Okay, so with some simple problem I'll start. Okay, so then we'll go to Infosys problem which were asked on 4th January. Okay, so here the problem is remove digit from number to maximize the result. Okay, so the problem statement is given like this: you are given a string number representing a positive integer and a character digit. So both are given. Okay, so string whose name is number. Okay, so this string represents a positive integer number, and a character is also given whose name is digit. Okay, so then return the resulting string after removing exactly one occurrence of a digit from the number, such that the value of the resulting string in decimal form is maximized. Okay, so given number is in a string form. You should identify this. Given number is in string form. Okay, but uh, the result should be in decimal form. Okay, and the value should be maximum of that. The test cases are generated such that digit occurs at least once in number. Okay, that is how the test cases are designed. Okay, so this problem statement you should read 4 5 times and try to understand this. Okay, so if you don't understand the problem statement initially, then it becomes difficult to solve the problem. Okay, or write code, generate the code for this problem. Okay, so I suggest you to read the problem 3 to 4 times or 5 times. Okay, so every time you get some hint from this problem, and you'll get more clarity on the problem statement. Okay, so if we look at what is given a string is given. Okay, so variable name is called a number, and which is a positive integer. Okay, and a character is given, that variable name is digit there. Okay, so what we need to do is, so you should return the resulting string after removing exactly one occurrence of the digit from number. Okay, so that means in the given number the digit will appear more than one time. Okay, so you should remove one occurrence of this digit from the number, so that the resulting value should be the maximum value after deleting this digit from the number. Okay, so the resulting value should be maximum value. Okay, so what does it mean? That means the digit may occur more than one time. Okay, so in such case, if you remove one occurrence of such a digit, then you should get the maximum number. Okay, so let us go with some test cases here. Okay, so one example is given here. So input number is given 1 2 3. Okay, so this is not a number. Please remember, it is a string enclosed in double quotes. Okay, so that means it is a number in the form of a string, and the digit is 3. Digit is 3. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to remove the digit from the number. Okay, so if you remove this digit from the number, then what is the resulting number you will get? 12 you will get. Okay, since there is only one occurrence, see the explanation, there is only one occurrence of a 3, and if you remove this 3, then you will get a 12. You will end up with a 12. Okay, so then the output should be 12. Okay, and that 12 again output should be in the form of a string. Okay, so this is one example test case given. Okay, so then we'll go with a second example. Okay, so like this, from each test case or from the given sample test cases, you should understand more and more clearly about the problem. Okay, so then in second example, number is given as 1231. Okay, and the digit is 1 here. Okay, so now if you observe, there are two occurrences of this digit 1 in this number. Okay, so then what is the output here? Output should be 231. Okay, so how you arrive at this output, that we should solve here. Okay, so if you get the logic of getting this 231 mathematically, then you can code that mathematics, you can convert that mathematic logic, maths logic into your Python code easily. Okay, so mathematically you should understand getting this 231 from the given number. Okay, so that you should derive. You work for even 1 hour, you work on these test cases, no problem. Okay, but try to understand the logic of deriving this output from this number, and whatever logic you get, it should be applicable for all the test cases. Okay, so it should work for this example, it should work for this example, and also for a previous example. Then it becomes very easy to convert that logic into Python code. Okay, so many students make mistake at this point. Okay, so they understand very few things from these test cases, and directly they go to coding part. Okay, and they try to write the code. So if you don't understand from input and deriving the output, then you can't write the code properly, correctly. Okay, even if you write some code and if you run the code, then it will fail in satisfying all the test cases. Okay, so that's why I suggest students to work on these sample test cases, input output format. Okay, so one up to 1 hour. Okay, until you understand. Okay, even 2 hours, even if you work. Okay, so in the remaining 1 hour, you can easily code this problem, not an issue. Okay, now how you can get this 231, so that we should understand. So given number is 1231, so what is the problem here? Whatever digit given here, that digit, if you remove one occurrence of digit, if you remove, okay, so then the resulting number should be the maximum number. Okay, now the explanation is given here, it is given. Okay, so in the after problem statement, these things will be given for sample test cases. Okay, so input and output, and how you are arriving at that output, this explanation is also available in the sample test cases. Okay, so from this explanation you should understand more clearly about solving the problem. Okay, now you can see the explanation. We can remove first one. Okay, so if you remove this first one, then what you will get here? 231. So you will get a number called as a 231. This string you will get, or that is one possibility, one occurrence. You should, there are two occurrences of the digit 1 here. So if you remove this 1 here, then what is the remaining number? You will get 231, you will get. Okay, so if you remove this one here, for example, if you remove the second occurrence, this one. Okay, so what is the number you are getting? 123 you are getting. This is the string you are getting. Okay, so these are the two strings you are getting after removing one occurrence of the digit 1 here. Okay, so from these two, which is the maximum one? 231 is the maximum one. Okay, so that 231 you should return. Here. Okay, so that's how you get the output. Okay, now we understood more clearly about the problem. Okay, so you can see here, since 231 is greater than, so we should return the number 231. Then we'll go with the example 3. Okay, so try to apply the same logic here. So input number is 551 and the digit is 5. Okay, so first you should understand, you should look into the input number. How many occurrences of the digit are there in the given number? So there are two occurrences of the digit 5. Okay, so from 551 you can remove one occurrence here, then what you will get? 51 you will get. Okay, then you can remove again in 551. Okay, so you can remove the second occurrence. If you remove the second occurrence, again what you will get? 51. Okay, so in this case the two numbers which you are getting are same here. Okay, so output is 51. Since both are same 51 51, maximum of them is only 51, so we can remove either the first or the second 5 from 551, so both resulting in 51. Okay, so in the first example, just there is only one occurrence. If you remove this one occurrence, then the resulting string is 12, that directly. Okay, so the difficult part in this is removing one occurrence of the number when there are more than one occurrences. Okay, so then whatever maximum number you will get, that maximum number you should return. Got it? Okay, only one occurrence, even if the digit uh, appears okay, so 2 or 3 or 4 times, okay, it doesn't matter, but only one occurrence if you remove. Okay, so what are all numbers you are getting? Okay, so from them you should return the maximum number. That is our aim. That is our aim. What? Okay, so that means you are given the input number. Okay, so then you are given the digit. Okay, so then this output you should return. So let us write a code for this. Then the constraints will be given. Okay, so length of the number should be less than. Okay, so 2 to 100. Okay, so the string length should be between 2 to at least 2 characters should be present. That means 2 digits should be present in the number. Okay, so this is one constraint, and the number consists of digits from 1 to 9. Okay, so there are digits from 1 to 9. Okay, so that means 0 is not present in this number. Okay, so that is how the test cases are designed. You don't worry. Okay, so the test cases will be designed based on these constraints only. Then digit is a digit from 1 to 9. Okay, then digit occurs at least once in a number. At least one time it should appear digit. Say for example, if your number is something like okay, so 457. Okay, and if your digit is equals to 8. Okay, so then there is no meaning. Okay, so this digit should appear at least once somewhere here or here or here somewhere. Okay, so at least once or more than once also it can appear. Okay, so then only it is a valid test case. Even the test cases they design based on these constraints only. Okay, so you should read the constraints. Okay, so without reading the constraints, without understanding them, and if you try to handle 0 in your code, okay, so then everything will be messed up. Done. Okay, so once you have these constraints, now let us write a simple code for this. Okay, so how we can write the code? What is given here? Number is given here. Okay, so number will be given. Okay, so then similarly digit is also given. Okay, so assume that these two we are getting something like we write a function called as a remove digits. Okay, so in Python we'll try to write a, so we have number and a digit with us. Okay, so assume that your number is, will go with the first example here. So example 1, 1 2 3. Okay, digit is a 3. Okay, so assume that the number is equals to 1 2 3. Okay, so how it is stored in memory? 1 2 3. I will draw the memory diagram. So 1 2 3, it is a string. Okay, so index 0 1 and 2. Okay, and what is your digit? Digit is equals to 3. Okay, so if you delete the digit, then so how you can get this? Okay, so for example we'll store the resulting answer. Okay, so in a list, so we create an empty list here. Okay, right, so then what you need to do, you need to run a loop starting from first character to last character. Then every time you need to check whether each character is equal to our digit or not. Okay, so if it is equal, then you should extract only the remaining part of the number. Okay, so whenever your character in the number matches with the digit, then the remaining part of this you should extract. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to run a for loop here. Okay, so for, we'll say I in range of okay, so for the entire number you should run. Okay, so for the entire number means length of the number. Okay, so length of a number you should run the for loop. Okay, so what it gives? Length of the number means number of characters present in this number 1 2 3. Okay, so length will be 3. So when you say for I in range 3, okay, so then this range function generates the values. Okay, so it is just like a range of 3. Okay, so this you should understand what happens internally. This range of 3, it generates the number starting from 0 1 and 2. Okay, so three numbers it generates. So what are those three numbers it generates? 0 1 and 2, which are nothing but the indexes of our string characters. Okay, so one less is stop at one less than this given argument here. Okay, so these three numbers, that means it repeats the loop for 3 times. Okay, since there are 3 characters in the given number, so the loop should run for 3 times. Okay, so for what values it runs, these are the values. Okay, so these values will be passed to the variable I. Getting? Okay, so I first will get 0. Okay, so first time I value will be 0. Okay, so then what, you are checking the first digit here. Okay, so you are checking the first digit here. So now you check whether the first digit is equals to our digit or not. Okay, so how we can access this first digit? One you should access. Okay, so this is nothing but our number, no? So you should say if number of I is equals to digit. Okay, so if it is equals to digit, then we should extract the remaining part. But in this case I is equals to 0. Okay, so then it checks number of 0. Number of 0 is 1. 1 is equal to digit 3? No. Okay, so the condition becomes false. Then what happens? It goes to this for loop here. Okay, so next time I value becomes a 1. Okay, so next time I value becomes a 1. Again it repeats. Okay, so for I is equal to 1. Okay, so then it comes here. If number of 1 is equals to digit, What is there in number of 1? 2. 2 is equal to 3? No. Then this is false. So again it goes back, goes to the for loop. Okay. So this time I value it takes as a 2. Okay. So for I value 2, again it repeats the loop, comes here. Okay. So then the control comes here. Again it checks if number of 2. Okay, so what is there in number of 2? 3 is equal to digit. What is digit? 3. So that means 3 is equal to 3. Yes. Okay, so that means we identified one occurrence of our digit. Okay, so this digit we identified. Then what we need to do? You need to extract the remaining part of the number. You should extract the remaining part of the number. You should extract. Okay, so how you should extract here? The remaining part is starting from this. Okay, so starting from 0 index up to this I minus 1 position you should extract. Okay, so that can be extracted in Python. It can be extracted by using a slicing. Okay, so by using slicing easily you can extract. Now how you can extract this? You can write this as a like a number of starting from 0 to all the characters up to I minus 1 position, okay, so this is how we write the slice by using this colon here. Okay, so you should use colon. What is the meaning of this? Number starting from 0 index to up to I minus in 1 index. Okay, so what is I value here? I value is 2 here. 2 minus 1 means 1. So 0 and 1, all the characters it extracts. That will store in a variable something called as a t. Okay, so target string, just like, okay, we'll store that in a t. Okay, so once you get the substring here, that substring you add to our answer. Okay, you add it to our answer. Then how you can add to our answer? Then you can say that how you can add. Okay, so since our answer is a list, you can just append our t to answer. Okay, so answer dot append. There is a append function available in a list. Okay, so answer dot append t. Okay, so then what happens? Again it goes up. I value 2. Okay, 0 1 2 3 for all the 3 values it repeats. Then the for loop ends here. Okay, so the for loop ends here. Then it comes out, the control comes out from the for loop. Okay, so once for loop comes out, what is there in your answer? Your answer list contains a string called as a 1 2. Your list contains the string called 1 2. This is what we required. This you return here. Okay, so exactly below the for loop what we do is we'll say we'll return okay, so answer will return. Okay, so then 12 will be returned here. Now so once for the first test case, if you write the code, okay, so don't directly execute this. Okay, because you need to test your code whether your code works fine for the second test case also. Okay, so that you need to check here. Okay, so let us take the second example and execute our code, and finally you should end up with 231 as an answer. You should return 231. Is it happening in our code or not? We will check here. Okay, so if your code is fine, then you check with the third example and then start typing the code and execute. Definitely it will pass all the test cases, no doubt. Okay, so more than 70% test cases will be passed. Okay, so let us test our code with the second example. Okay, so I'm going with second example. What is the digit? 1 1 2 3 1. Okay, so this time I'm taking the number. I'm showing the number here. Okay, so let us take the number. This time 4 characters are there. 1 2 3 1. Okay, so what is the digit here? Digit is equals to 1. Okay, done. So now we'll start executing. Okay, so our function. So how we define the function in Python? By using def keyword. This you know, I think. Okay, so initially our answer is an empty list. So I'll write the answer here. Your answer is an empty list. Okay, so let us show the empty list here. Now it comes to the for loop here. For I in range length of number. Okay, so this time what is the length of this number? It is 4 characters. So it gives 4, range of 4. Okay, so when you say range of 4, so what are the uh, numbers generated by this range function? So it generates the numbers starting from 0, 1, 2, 3. It stops 1 less than this argument here. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3. So these 4 numbers it generates, and these 4 numbers will be assigned to I one by one. Okay, so these 4 numbers will be generated and stored in an input buffer. Then Python compiler gets one by one from the buffer. Okay, so first I takes the number 0. Okay, so for I in range, okay, so I value is 0. For I is equal 0, now it executes. Then it comes to the if condition. If number of I is equal to digit, so number of I value is 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I value is 0 here. So number of 0 is equal to digit. Number of 0 contains what? 1. 1 is equal to 1. Yes. Okay. Then what you need to do? You need to extract the remaining part of the string. Okay. So the remaining part is what? That means remaining part is the next location, from next location to up to end of the string you should extract. Okay, so this gives the remaining part of the string here. Okay, but what our code indicates, let us try to find out here. Okay, so if number, so number of I is equal to digit, yes, the condition is satisfied here. Then what is happening here, just try to understand. T is equals to number 0 to I minus 1. Okay, so this is the code you have written. Number starting from 0 to I minus 1. What is I value? 0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Okay, so 0 to minus 1. Generally in a slice, if you write okay, so something like, say for example, this is our number. Okay, so this is our number. For example, if you write a slice like this, number, okay, so number of something like a 0 to, okay, so something like 2. If you write, what it does, what the Python compiler does is, so it extracts the characters present in the indexes 0, 1. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so that means this 2 excluding the 2. Okay, so that means it stops at the index 1 less than the second argument here. Okay, so that means it looks into the indexes 0 and 1. Okay, so 0 and 1, what are the two characters present in this? 12. Okay, so then if you write like this, then it gives the substring 12 as answer. 12 as answer. Okay, so that means the second argument in the slice should be greater than the first argument always. Okay, so if you write like this, in this case, what is happening in this case, in our case, so number 0 to minus 1. Okay, so there is no meaning here, so this line it is not executed. Okay, so that means nothing extracted from this. For previous example it works fine. Okay, so but for current example this code is not working. Okay, so if you execute this code, type this code and execute in the online platform, okay, so that's why your test cases will fail. Okay, so why the test cases fail means because of this. But then what you need to do, that means you need to modify. There is a problem in this line. Okay, so you need to modify this line. So let us modify this line. Okay, so I'm just erasing this. So we'll add the logic to extract the remaining portion of this one. Okay, so remaining portion, that means this part. Okay, so this part is not returning anything. Okay, so no problem here. Okay, so for this, add the string which gives the remaining part of the string. Okay, so that means it is plus number of. Okay, so let me just erase this also. Okay, so number of, what is the remaining part here? Okay, I value is 0 here. I value is 0. That means I plus 1 position up to end of the string. Okay, so that means number of I plus 1 from starting from I plus 1 up to end of the string. Okay, so you can just keep empty the second argument. Okay, in the slice, this indicates go up to end of the string. Okay, so it tells the Python that go up to end of the string. Starting position, you must give the starting position. If you leave the starting position, it assumes starting from 0 index. Okay, so in this case, 0 not required here. You can keep empty this. Okay, so the second argument, if you keep empty, that indicates that go up to end of the string. That is the meaning. Okay, so I value is current I value is 0 here. Okay, so 0 plus 1, that means starting from index 1 go up to end of the string. That means index 1, index 2, index 3, these three characters it extracts and returns. Okay, so this first part is not returning anything here. Okay, so that means what is returned from this 231 is returned. Okay, so T contains a your T contains a 231. This substring it contains. Okay, so then that we are appending to our answer list. Okay, so now your list contains the first string 231. Okay, right, so then loop not yet completed here. Okay, so then again the control goes to the for loop here. Then next time I value becomes a 1. Okay, so this time I value becomes 1, then it executes. If number of 1 is equal to digit, what is there in number of 1? Okay, so in number of 1, what is the digit present in number of 1? 2. 2 is equal to 1? No. Okay, so this is false. That's why it is not executed here. Okay, this is not executed here. Okay, so then where this actually this should appear, once you get this t value, then immediately it should append it to answer. Okay, so if you write exactly below, now the if contains only this statement. If this is false, then the control comes to this part, but here there is no t extracted here. So what happens, it adds empty string. Okay, so that's why you should not write this here. You should write inside the if only. Okay, so that's how you should. So this statement you should write inside the if only. If the digit is not equal to, that means the character is not equal to the digit, nothing should happen there. Yes or no? Okay. So that's why your answer dot append should come inside the if statement. Okay. So append, then say t. Answer dot append t. Okay, so in this case number of 1 2 is equal to 1. No. Okay, so that means this entire part is if statement, nothing is executed. Okay, so up to this part it is for loop. Up to this part it is for loop, so nothing is there. So again control goes up. This time I value becomes 2. Okay, so then your I value becomes 2 here. So it comes here, I value becomes 2, it checks. Okay, so what it checks, number of 2 is equal to digit 3 is equal to 1. No. Okay, so then I value increments, I value becomes 3 here. Okay, so now you see here, so number of 3 is equal to digit, what is there in number of 2? 1 is equal to 1. Yes. Okay, so now let us see whether our code works fine or not. Let us understand this here. Okay, then t is equal to, now if this is our digit, the second occurrence here. Okay, so this if we remove, then the remaining part we should extract. Now this is the remaining part. Are we getting this remaining part or not? Let us understand this. Okay, so see the code. Okay, so t is equal to number starting from 0 to I minus 1 position. Yes or no? Okay, so you should extract from beginning up to I minus 1 position. If the digit is at the end, you should extract the substring up to I minus 1 position. That means up to this part only you should extract. Yes or no? Okay, so that is what we are doing here. So what is I value? I value is 3. That means you should extract starting from 0 up to 2 only. That means 1 2 3. So this part gives the code as a 1 2 3 you will get here. Okay, plus then see what is happening here. Number I plus 1. So what is I value? I value is 3. I plus 1 means 4. Okay, so 4 is not the index related to this number. Okay, so that's why this second part is not that means it returns nothing here. Okay, so this is not executed here, so only this part will be executed, which gives 123. So that means your t contains the number 123. Okay, then append the t. So append it to answer. Now answer contains one more element called 123. Okay, so then so last index also reached here, then the for loop ends here, then directly it comes here. Okay, but what is happening, just see here. Then return answer we said, but answer this time contains two elements, so then the entire list will be returned here, but you should return only a string okay, the maximum string you should return here, the maximum number you should return here. Okay, so 231 and 123, out of this we should return only 231. Okay, so that means this is not the correct way of writing the statement here, so this you should modify. So how you should modify? What we required here, we required a maximum from the list here. Okay, so for that we have a function called as a max function. Okay, so max of a, just you say answer. So in the answer, whatever is the maximum number available, that will be returned. Okay, so 231 it returns. Got it? Okay, so this is how the code works fine. So now you can check this, test this for a third example, and since third example directly you can see from this, so our code directly works. If you remove the first digit, then the remaining part it extracts. Okay, so it is there, the remaining part it is extracting from the second part of this t. Okay, then if this is removed, then the remaining part, now you can see here how our code works for this. Okay, so I will explain this code how it works. Okay, so let me clear all these lines. Now see, so this time we'll take the number as a 551. Okay, so you should have patience in solving and testing all the sample test cases, then only you will get a 100% correct code. Okay, so this is 0, 1, 2. So what is the digit here? Digit is 5. 5 is the digit to be tested. Okay, we'll run the for loop. So for I in range, length of the number. So what is the length of the number? Length of the number is 2. Then range of 3 gives the numbers called 0, 1 and 2. So this will assign to I this time. So first I value is 0. Number of 0 is equal to digit. Number of 0 means 5. 5 is equal to 5. Yes. So we should extract the remaining part. So what is happening? T is equal to number 0 to I minus 1. So 0 to I minus 1, I value 0. 0 to minus 1 means this is not executed. Then it executes this one. Okay. So I plus 1, number of I plus 1. Okay. So I plus 1 means next element up to end of the string, then 551. So answer contains the string 51. Okay, so this part will be extracted from this, then append it to answer 51 it contains. Okay, so then I value becomes a 1, then it comes here, number of 1 is equal to digit. Yes, now you can see here. So this time this is the digit. Okay, so if you remove this digit, then you should extract the before part and after part. Okay, so how our code works in this case, let us see here. T is equal to number 0 to I minus 1. Okay, so 0 to I minus 1. What is I value this time? I value is 1 here. Okay, so 1 minus 1 means 0. Okay, so that means extract the substring starting from 0 up to 0. Okay, so that means 0 to 0 means this part will be extracted. So this time it returns 5. Okay, then plus number of I plus 1. I plus 1 means 2 up to the end. This is the end. Okay, so that means it extracts the digit present at index 2. Okay, so then plus on strings means it gives the substring called as a 51. Okay, so now the two parts executes, then the two parts gives the substring called the 51 that will be stored in a T and appended to our answers. 51 appended. Okay, so then I value becomes a 2 next time, then it checks number is equal to digit of 1 is equal to 5. No, it comes out. Okay, so maximum of answer means only one will be written. Got it? So this is the code. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this? No? So let us execute our code. Okay, so this is a problem from lead code. So let us submit our code and we'll see whether our code satisfies all the test cases or not. Okay, right? So I'm just opening the lead code. So here we'll open the problem 2259 lead code. Okay, just you say lead code directly, it opens the problem lead code. Now this is the problem given with all the example test cases. Okay, so here we need to submit our code. Okay, so just font size, is it visible? Let me increase the font size. So the compiler default is C++. We'll change the compiler to Python 3 compiler. Okay, so still I think you need font size to be increased. So directly he has given the function header here. Okay, so the meaning is number is a string, digit is a string, and the function is going to return a string. That is the meaning of this is how you should design your function or write the code here. Okay, so we will write the code. We'll define a empty list called answer. Okay, yes. So then we'll run a for loop for I in a range, then length of the number. This is what we learned. Okay, so then we compare here if number of I equal to digit. Okay, so then what we need to do, we need to extract here. So then we'll say number The first part we should extract. First part up to what part? Starting from 0 to okay. So I minus 1 position. This is the first part. Okay. So then plus then extract the second part of the number. So number of us. What is the second part? Starting from I plus 1 up to end of the string. Okay, so this is nothing but end of the string here. So this 0 is also not required here. If you keep it as a empty, it indicates that it is starting index value. Okay, so this is last index value here. Okay, so then what we do once we get the target substring, we'll append it to our answer. Append it to our answer. That's it. Answer data append. Okay, so once you come out from the loop, what you need to do? You need to return the maximum of your answer. That's it. So this is your code. Okay, so input statements and everything this lead code platform will do at the back end. Okay, so only thing you need to complete this function definition. Okay, so this you should practice. So now let us run our code. For this you need to login is required here. Okay, so login is required for this. Let me log into this. So you can log in with your Gmail. Okay, so I will log in and I'll show the screen after once. Let me log in. Okay, so once I log in, right now you can see the screen here. Okay, so I logged in. Now you can see. Now, if you run the code, now it runs. Okay, so without login, if you run the code, it won't allow you. Now I am running the code. Now it is checking the test cases. Wrong answer. Okay, so why? Now you can just see here 1, 2, 3, digit is 3, output 3, expected is 12. Okay, so something went wrong. What had happened here? 0 to this one. No? Okay, so I plus 1 to end of this one. So 0 to I minus 1 plus number of I plus 1 up to end of the string only. No? Okay, so if some of the test cases again, you can just see here why it is output you are getting only one here. Okay, expected is 1 2 you should get. Okay, so that means something is wrong in our code. Why it is happening? Just look into the code. Okay, so for I in range, length of the number we have written. Okay, so if number of I is equal to digit. Okay, very well. Then okay, so actually here I minus 1. Okay, so we have written in the code that it go up to second argument. If it is I, automatically it equals to one less number. Okay, it stops at one less number, no? Okay, so that's why we should give this as a I only, not I minus 1. So I minus 1 means, that's why we are getting only one digit. That means it is stopping at I minus 1 means only one digit it is extracting. Okay, so it is not going to this one. So these small errors you should identify here. 0 up to go up to I indicates it go up to I minus 1 position. Okay, so the meaning is go up to one less than this I. Okay, so it stops at I minus 1 position. Okay, so now let us run the code. So hopefully this time it runs fine. Now you can see accepted. Okay, so test case 1, given number is 1 2 3, digit is 3, output is 1 2, expected is 1 2. Okay, so satisfied. Even you can test case 2, you can check here 1 2 3 1, digit is 1, output is 231, expected is 231. Both are matching here. This is the expected output and this is our output. Both are matching. That's why you'll get this green color accepted here. Even test case 3, green tick mark, see here. Okay, so 51 and 51 output. Okay, so digit is a 5 accepted here. Okay, so once these example test cases passed, okay, so you should submit your code. Okay, so behind the screen it checks your code with the private test cases. Okay, so just you can look at this here, accepted, green color, you got 112 by 112 test cases passed. Okay, so that means your code passed all the test cases. So if you practice like this on lead code, then definitely there is a fair chance of clearing all the test cases in your Infosys examination. Got it? Okay, so this is how you submit your code. Okay, so check that it passes all the test cases. So in the next session, we will discuss the 4th January questions. The 3 questions we'll try to solve. Okay, so this first example I have given here just to show you how you should look at the test cases and how you should modify your code so that it passes all the test cases. Okay, so this is how you should develop the code on paper first. Okay, so once you are done on paper with your code, okay, so then go to the online platform. Okay, so then uh, submit your code, type and submit your code. So I think this one, this is I. Okay, so 0 to I. So any doubts in this? So we'll stop here. So the next live session will be day after tomorrow. Okay, I will schedule the live session. On alternate days, we will have this Infosys coding training. Okay, so up to 18th, 17th, we will have this so that I'll give you guidelines on greedy and dynamic programming related problems. Okay, so thank you one and all.